Kurdistan Board of Medical Specialties is a governmental higher education body belonging to the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research of Kurdistan Regional Government. The main task of this foundation is the following: to teach, train, and qualify doctors in various medical fields with the aim of obtaining specialty. The certificate granted by the board, which is called Fellow of Kurdistan Board of Medical Specialties, FKBMS, is the highest certificate in the medical field and is the equivalent to a PhD degree. Today, this body, known as Kurdistan Board, involves the presidency of the board, 2 deputies, 5 scientific councils, and 36 scientific specialties, as well as many trained centers, administrative, financial, and legal directorates, and others. These centers are distributed on the 4 governorates of Kurdistan, where many trainers train many trainees. The president of KBMS Assistant Professor, Dr. Salim Kadir, is the head of Higher Scientific and Administrative Council. He is responsible for the main strategy of this institution and grants the implementation of planned programs. The President's Assistant for Scientific Affairs held the responsibility of the scientific affairs of the Council, and the whole directorates with scientific activities are up to his authority. Monitoring the Council's programs and centers and how to implement the instructions is one of the priorities of this section. The President's Assistant for Administrative and Financial Affairs supervises the works of all the directorates and units within the Council related to administrative and financial affairs. The structure of the board's training units is as follows. The Specialty Scientific Council is at the level of college, faculty, the program at the level of department, and the center at the level of the unit. This foundation is suffering from lack of teaching staff, but in cooperation with institutions of both the Ministry of Higher Education and the Ministry of Health, the problem managed to form training teams. In this way, at the present time, 79 professors, 158 assistant professors, 115 teachers, 56 consultants, and 150 specialists are participating in the implementation of teaching and training programs of the Kurdistan Board. The Scientific Council is a key component of KBMS, equivalent to the university's undergraduate colleges. This council is chaired by a specialist with a grade no less than assistant professor, whose administrative position is dean, and he is a member of the High Council of the Kurdistan Board. Each council has several members, representing the program directors. The Kurdistan Board has 5 scientific councils: internal medicine, surgery, dentistry, pathology, and radiology. First, Scientific Council of Internal Medicine. The dean of this council is Assistant Professor Dr. Sinan Boutros, an internal medicine specialist. Teaching and training processes conducted by 36 professors, 83 assistant professors, 106 teachers, 25 consultants, and 82 specialists. Currently, 148 doctors are under training, and 168 others had finished their training and currently working as specialists in Ministry of Health. This council, through 16 clinical scientific programs, include majority of the internal medicine specialists as following: 1. Internal medicine, 2. Gastroenterology, 3. Family medicine, 4. Community medicine, 5. Psychiatry, 6. Pediatrics, 7. Nephrology, 8. Rheumatology, 9. Emergency medicine, 10. Medical oncology, 11. Clinical hematology, 12. Neurology, 13. Dermatology, 14. Endocrinology and diabetes, 15. Pulmonary medicine, 16. Cardiology. 2nd, Scientific Council of Surgery. The dean of this council is Assistant Professor Dr. Las Hoisi, an orthopedic surgeon. Teaching and training processes conducted by 18 professors, 35 assistant professors, 73 teachers, 21 consultants, and 48 specialists. Currently, 175 doctors are under training, and 106 others had finished their training and continue working as specialists. This council, through 11 clinical scientific programs, includes the majority of the surgical specialties as follows: 1. General surgery, 2. Gynecology and obstetrics. 3. ENT. 4. Cardiothoracic and vascular surgery. 5. Orthopedics. 6. Urology. 7. Neurosurgery. 8. Anesthesia. 9. Plastic surgery. 10. Ophthalmology. 11. Digestive surgery. 3rd, Scientific Council of Dentistry. The dean of this council is Professor Dr. Ali Fakhri Al-Subedi, oral and maxillofacial surgeon. Teaching and training processes conducted by 17 professors, 13 assistant professors, 29 teachers, 6 consultants, and 25 specialists. Now, 62 doctors are under training, and 19 others had finished their training and continue working as specialists. This council, through 3 clinical scientific programs, includes the significant part of the dentistry specialties as follows: 1. Oral and maxillofacial surgery. 2. Oral and maxillofacial medicine. 3. Restorative dentistry. 4th, Scientific Council of Pathology. The dean of this council is Dr. Sahan Ismail, consultant pathologist. Teaching and training processes conducted by 3 professors, 20 assistant professors, 26 teachers, and 3 consultants. Now, 25 doctors are under training, and 38 others had finished their training and continue working as specialists. This council, through 4 clinical scientific programs, includes the majority of pathological specialties as follows: 1. Hematology. 2. Histopathology. 3. Chemical pathology. 4. Clinical microbiology. 5th, Scientific Council of Radiology. The dean of this council is Professor Dr. Saeed Nassim, radiologist. Teaching and training processes conducted by 5 professors, 7 assistant professors, 11 teachers, 1 consultant, and 1 specialist. Now, 18 doctors are under training, and 15 others had finished their training and continue working as specialists. This council, through 2 clinical scientific programs, includes the important part of radiological specialties as follows: 1. Diagnostic radiology and imaging. 2. Radiation oncology. In order to facilitate for trainees and trainers, training centers have been opened in most specialty programs in the 3 main cities of Kurdistan region. As major center for each program was opened within one of the cities, accompanied by sub-centers in other cities. Now, there are 34 training centers in Erbil, 35 centers in Suleimania, and 22 centers in Dahak. Applying and admission to the Kurdistan Board is in accordance with the instructions of the Ministry of Higher Education for doctoral studies. In general, there are 2 main requirements for admission. First is the completion of residency period, and the second one, to successfully pass the admission examination. So far, 975 doctors have been admitted to this institution. 288 of them have graduated as specialists and now serving in hospitals. The trainees are evaluated annually according to their training programs. There are 2 main exams in the board. The first part, primary or Part 1 exam, and the second part, final or Part 2 exam. The first is just theoretical and to be done at the end of the first year of training. The second one includes both theoretical and practical parts. Those trainees who failed in Part 2 exam, their training period will expand for 6 months. Kurdistan's board specialists and trainees work in most teaching hospitals and subspecialty centers in Kurdistan. This work can be considered as a part of health services provided by the Ministry of Health. Only in 2018, 1,697,880 patients got consultation and surgery. In addition to the clinical work, the board didn't forget the academic aspect as well. The teachers and students of the board continue to prepare and publish scientific researches. And yet, possessing published researches in scientific journals considered one of the main requirements to allow a student to participate in the final exam. To date, 241 researches have been conducted. Another academic activity of the board is the issuance of a biannual scientific medical journal called Journal of Kurdistan Board of Medical Specialties. which publishes peer-reviewed, new medical topics in which all principles of scientific evaluation and review are applied. So far, 7 volumes of the journal have been published, with 110 research papers. The Council, as the institution or as its professors and students, has participated in most of the conferences held in the region, Iraq, and the world as well. The last of which was a conference on medical and health sciences held in September 2019 in cooperation with Tisch International University. Despite the existence of many problems related to the lack of own academic staff and appropriate building and the lack of proper budget, we can say that our foundation succeeded to provide distinct services to Kurdistan. Supporting this body means a support to elevate the quality of medical service, and it's an independent support for the programs of the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research.